that he's an American, or the hope of that some politician or some great white man will come and deliver. And that's the last thing we need. I was, and it's bad that we live in a time and a situation where we being shot down and we being gunned down and falsely arrested and accused of crimes we hadn't even committed. Then you have to wait for 40 and 50 years later before you get vindication, if there be any, We just wind up dying. The sad part is one thing that the white oppressor look at us like the devil. It's another thing when your own people look at you and think the same thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the sad part there. That when you come to try to deliver our people, a lot of times you come up with the bad persona. But when it comes down to the oppressor, for whatever reason they're for our people, they can still see good in the people that had never meant them no good from the time we ever met them. From the first time we ever met the white man, we've been in nothing but a hellhole. That's just being truthful. And, it's bad that we got to go and we got to try to, differentiate between them. We got to say, well, not all of them. They know that 99.9% I'm rotten. If the number were greater than that, and smaller than that, we wouldn't be in the situation we was in. If we can get 4% of white people to do better than what we were doing, we'd be in a better situation. That's just being honest. The small amount that you get ain't got no power to do nothing for us. You know what I'm saying? To sit on the sideline and do nothing is to be guilty. You know what I'm saying? It just can't be. We got people, they got Caucasians in power and authority, you know what I'm saying, with political connection that can do something to change the situation, but they refuse to do it. I'm going to get something dry for that one. I ought to get something dry for that one. I don't know. But I just don't like stuff that looks junky. But the air not on, is it? The heat? I'm not hot right now. I'm doing all right. But the reason why I said, I'll take one piece of dry, I might do that. But the reason why I said that is just looking at, the situation, several situations. The situation in South Carolina where the officer that fatally killed, gunned down a black man, a father, a son, a brother, a human being, a creation of Elohim. But he took it upon himself, just being as whites do, feel like they're the control of life and death, gunned him down, who was running away from him. The Supreme Court has already ruled that a criminal does not have a law. There is not a law to make a criminal stand still to be arrested. There's not a law to tell a man or woman you cannot. It's not on the books. It's not illegal to run from the police. I mean, you're a criminal. Why is he going to stand here? If criminals would turn themselves in, you wouldn't need law enforcement. But we need law enforcement with rational mindsets. Isn't that right? We need them with integrity, with a heart. All it takes is a human being with a heart. It don't matter what color you are. All you need is a heart. I got a heart. My color does not cause me not to treat a man or a woman right because of their color, their ethnicity. Because I got a heart. I don't look at a Hispanic man and say, well, he's not black, so therefore I can gun him down and kill him because he's not what you call African American or Negro or Sub-Saharan Nubian. He's a human being. It does not tell me to look at an Asian and gun them down and kill them because they're not black, and for whatever reason I just don't have the sense of the mind or the decency to know that. I mean, it's in everybody that's human that's got a heart. But when you deal with the Caucasian white man, he is heartless. He is spineless and he is gutless. You won't ever find these people take us on barehanded one by one. You'll always find them in large numbers. You'll always find them jumping on top of us with weapons and trying to beat us down and subdue us and keep us on the ground. He won't stand flat-footed, barehanded and take his chance. Well, he'll never do. He hadn't done it with any enemy he has. He's always been a cheater. He's always been a liar since the time he got here. He's lied about his creation. He lied about his history. Everything about him is a myth. There's no truth when it comes down to dealing with this man, and you'll never get it from him. But the mere fact that you would call a jury of one's peers. One's peers is someone that's of equal. You cannot take a black man in a overpopulated, dominated, racist country like America, not by population of people, but by population of government rule. Overpopulated with whites. Y'all got me? Not by the physical count, just by the fact of authority. and then you take these same 11 people of the same group and put them on a jury of 12 and allow them to make a decision on the fate of another white man that has gunned down a black man who is subject to their crimes and expect to get justice. I have said this numerous of times. We cannot get justice here in America by the hands of white people. Don't look for it. We shouldn't even allow them to judge us. There's no reason for anybody white to ever get us to try to judge us in any case. You're just not equipped. You're not equipped. You don't have the moral ethic, background. You don't have the stability. You don't have the care, concern. You don't even have the fear all of him in your heart. If there's ever been a time, and I hope this brings an uprising from our people. This is going public. I hope it brings an uprising for our people. So we finally get to a point that say enough is enough. We don't ask the white man nothing. You show him. You don't ask him nothing. I wouldn't let you go either if you're going to ask. Because every time you ask, you keep giving me authority. You got to take authority away from him. You don't ask him. You show him. That's the best way for us to get our freedom from this cracker. This man is dirty. He's racist. He's spying. And then the mere fact that the judge will sit here, people don't even know that the judge has authority. He can overturn any verdict that they make. There's no verdict that came out from that jury that he couldn't have stopped right there, flattened the foot and said, hold on, stop this right now. The man is guilty. I'm not going with what the jury said. He's going to jail, which means the judge and the jury are all together. The judge, the jury, the prosecutor are always against us. We don't stand a fair chance in this courtroom. We don't stand a fair chance. It gets to a point of when are we going to get to it? When are we going to get to the realization that we have to make our own way? Making our own way, which means we have to establish our own leader, not through no white system. We have to establish our own courts. We have to establish our own authority. We have to have our own military. You can't be here and be free. Anything you're going to be here with these crackers is going to be a slave. Anything you're going to leave in their hands to do dealing with us and our kids, always going to be our fault. Is the air conditioner on? It feel like the air on. If it is, y'all can cut off. Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm broke. I appreciate it. Sarah broke me Saturday when she came here with that cold hugging and kissing on niggas. I'm like, what that, Sarah? She said, oh, yeah, I'm thick. That much tongue in my mouth. And then she tell me, she said, I'm like, Sarah, look at Rod. He like, right, what? I didn't ask for it. I just got it. You know how she hooked you around the waist? And there I was. How many of the rest of y'all she hugged and kissed y'all? See, look at all of victims. Sarah don't come with this, less than this much tongue when she come to give you the cold. We still love her, but stop it. But back to again, I just don't know at what point do we say enough is enough and we gather ourselves together to stop this foolishness. The woman I told some of our key that Shabbat not how we're going to go down. I said we're not going to find him guilty. What they were going to do, they're going to leave it in the hands of the federal court. This is white folk tactic. Don't get him on a major crime where you can put him away. Get him on civil rights violation. See, you can't go along with civil rights violations. Civil rights are not human rights. You don't give those. Those are inalienable. So that's the first thing. These people are not in any condition to trial somebody on civil rights. The FBI, the federal government itself, have violated civil rights of us. They violated the civil rights of every black human being that's been here, every black organization we got. Why are we letting these people bring up charges on people when this cracker should be delivered to us? We should get him. We should deliver justice. Now, that's amazing because when you look at it biblically, when Shamshun was the slayer of the Philistines, we gave him over to them. They said that he had come and burned their fields and their houses down. They said he had been to destroy their people. We delivered. See, we more just than these crackers. We gave Shamshun over to them, which we shouldn't have because they ruled over. See, unlike them, we've always showed what we've been fair when they had. We gave Yahushua over to these criminals, to their Greeks and their Romans. White people have never shown us where they've been honest. I appreciate Solomon sent me a video. I haven't seen it coming here. Beautiful video. And I told you guys before about they ain't got a white leader yet. They can show been decent and honest. Winston Churchill, a known fag. Do y'all know he walked around with his clothes off all the time? He would walk around inside just butt naked in front of men. Lyndon Baines Johnson kept his penis. He was bad about him violating their space and kept his penis out in front of them. Said one time he pulled his penis out in a crowd of people and urinated on one of the aides while he kept eye contact with the person he was talking to. Einstein wanted to marry his stepdaughter, marry his second cousin on both sides, his mom and his daddy's side. Every one they got, Gandhi, another done homophobe. All these people they give you is great hopes and leaders. All of them just decrepit. He once slept naked with his great niece. Said what they need to do, they were trying to show how they can hold their virginity in case the Muslims come and kill them. All these bastards decrepit. They ain't got a clean leader they can show them. Everyone they get on every leader they got. Everyone they got spit on them. They're a disgrace to humanity. They had a good white leader, he'll come out and admit the rest of them crooked. I told y'all before that Abraham Lincoln was a fag. Known homosexual. Most of their presidents were homosexuals. Known homosexuals. Nobody say nothing about it though. They historically keep telling you these same lies. You can't believe, you can't trust these people. When it comes down to our lives and self-preservation, we always gonna be demonized. They could take this tape and show you a man that hate whites, anti-American, but how is it that you can kill blacks that been here before white face showed up and you can still be an American? How exactly does that work? How you ain't anti-black? How you not a terrorist when you told us terrorists or people that invoke fear through violence? Yeah, you do that every day. What do you think that do to the rest of us when they can be shot, when we can be gunned down on tape? Then when you go to a jury, it's going to be all crackers and no soup. The man go home. It's beautiful. That's right. 999,000. Come on, baby. 999,829 more of them. I had like 1 million of these. You know where I'm at with these crackers? Y'all can kiss my black ass. That's right. Prince, at least I ain't use yours. I ain't gonna do it. You gotta be fair. There's no way I told him to kiss yours, but I had to be fair. I ain't got but a little bit. They ain't got no white folks in the world to kiss all that. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? So I just use my little bit on that hair. You know, at some point, you just gotta get to the realization, when do we ever get tired? How many times I told y'all every day we out here on these streets? You just one stop away. They got, you know what's an insult? The fact that they spend money to go buy vests with cameras. Didn't help in South Carolina, where they gunned a man down who waited on his son from a bus, who originally had a holster on his left side and right-handed, but now when they come back with the evidence, it was on his ankle. And the police could see immediately when he got out of the car, "Oh, put down the gun, put down the gun." He had an ankle holster on. That's what alerted them. But all we kept hearing was put down the gun. Why am I looking at his ankle when there's a gun in his hand? Why am I talking about an ankle holster all of a sudden? When you got the holster, you said it was on the left side. You said the holster was on the wrong side, but the gun's in his right hand. Then they said one of the guns was a book. When they showed on television, they said they couldn't clearly even say what it was. They showed you video. All of a sudden, they're pretty. You can see the curves in the handle. Why we couldn't get that picture the first time? Because you got, again, who do we leave it in the hands of? White people. White people took the bite off. White people kept it. White people come back, and white people come back and say, after we've done a thorough investigation, after we come up conclusively, we can go and say he was on. And we sat back and we keep leaving their hands. No, then, you know what's sad? The jury in the other one in South Carolina, the 11 jurors asked the judge, "Oh, could you explain to us stand your ground law?" Can y'all believe the jury asked that? They asked the judge to explain to them crime of passion or stand your ground law. Because they want to see, was it possible that the police officer was standing his ground? All 11 of them crackers need a rope around their neck. And explain that. Let's swing. I can explain swinging cracker. I can't even believe this. You know what makes me mad? Why I get so angry? Because I am a man of color. See, you gotta stop disassociating yourself or unconnecting yourself when you see the action happen. Because just know when it happened to you, the same niggas gonna be sitting around doing the same thing they've been doing. Christmas shopping. Head in these crackers behind. trying to please them and see what they can do to try to show them that they can still be fair. You can't be fair with these people. They're not fair. They're not moral. You can't tell me to sit down and be fair with a man that's unfair. You can't tell me to be civilized with a barbarian. It's just not possible. I cannot, in all conscience, go and sit down with a wild animal and try to get him and try to domesticate him. It's just not his nature. I stand a chance at getting killed. Y'all hear me? I stand a chance at getting killed. I walk up on a barbaric animal, never known, tamed, or handled by man, and I'm going to take it upon myself to walk in here with him and try to domesticate him. You do understand whatever I get coming, I deserve. I, in all conscience, cannot sit down with this cracker and try to be in a domesticated state. I can't try it. I already know what he's about. I already know how he trained. I already know his deal. I done studied him out. I done seen the platform right here in front of me. I don't know how long we're going to keep sitting here taking this. Listen, we can't win unarmed or armed. If we ain't got a gun, we still guilty. If we got a gun, we guilty. Shoot another man sitting in the car who they asked for. First of all, there's never a reason to address the passenger except there's a connected crime or something happening. You go and you deal with the driver. It makes no sense because what am I stopping the car for? Did I see the passenger throw something out? Did I see the passenger flinching with something? Did I see something being funny, something in a criminal intent? Why am I over here at the passenger instead of at the driver's door? The driver who I need to be handling, you got the keys. You can run me over. Anybody, you stand to be more of a damage to me. The man tells you, I have a gun permit, and the gun don't get out, he's shot. This is another cracker that'll get off. We never winning in this place. I say that to say, I've been told our people, get you a gun. You have to get you a gun. We have to organize. We have to establish our own way. We cannot, in good conscience, let white America set laws, govern and rule us, and expect to get free. You can't do it. That make it much sense they're going to open them doors at the zoo and let them animals out. It ain't going to happen. You know what? Let me tell you what changed SeaWorld. Who know what changed SeaWorld? They got one well. First name, Killer. They call him by the street name. They played with Killer in the water. Killer had a reputation for killing. I don't know why he was a killer. I have no idea why he was a killer. But his name was Killer. Huh? They say he was a whale, but he'd rather be addressed as Killer. Orca, they say what his mama called it, so they can call him Orca. But I'm going to call what he had today. I'm Killer. After he killed enough of these crackers in this water were playing with him, you won't believe what they came up with. We cannot sit here and keep housing these whales. See, when enough of them fall at our hands like they killing us, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, rail for rail, God, this will stop. I mean, let's just look at nature. It didn't make sense. When the Black Panther, when they tried to tame the panther, they realized panthers will kill you. They will make you think you train them, and these things will attack you and kill you. They look at panthers are crazy. Do you know they'll kill their owners? They kill their owners, you know why? They have no owners. They have no master. They're like, if the rest of these animals they look at in here cool with you, and you can play with them and roll and put your hand in and head in their mouth, go ahead and do it. When you do it with me, I have no master. And that's what we got to lead to. Come January the 18th, they got one of the king best crackers they got, they're going to put on scene. And he's going to be in charge of putting all niggas back in their prospective places. Now you're going to have to be a panther. We're lions, but you're going to have the heart of a panther. We have no master. You don't have no white man that's going to tame me. I don't know where you're going to build this super cracker from, but I ain't never seen it. All right, y'all tell you I want to. I ain't seen the cracker that's going to break me and tame me. He's not finna come in no cage with me and lock no door. He's not going to stand me and going to be no man by himself. He's going to be a man with a weapon. All that stuff I come and look at, all that lion taming real good. Put that whip in that chair down and come in and show me how that works. Then I can show you what I'm notorious for doing. You know what they're notorious for doing? Strangulation and breaking their prey back. Those are key techniques. I'm going to strangle you, I'm going to break your back. They don't know that, do they? Watch them in attack. He knows everything running from the spine. He's going to break the spine of his prey, or he's going to grip around his neck, and he's going to use strangulation. We can't in all countries keep sitting around letting these people kill us. Now, any other nation that saw this as a problem would not be sitting around talking. They'll already be on the move. We can't afford to lose another black man, black woman, or black child at the hands of white people trying to explain it. And it's always the same story. The governor comes out and tells us, let's let the system work. We got to be patient. Let me see why I can remember a time of patience. Seems like I remember one. When Saddam Hussein was accused of having chemical, biological weapons, the UN put in sanctions under articles and were told everybody no one was to do anything. They had set articles up that had to be met. Once all these articles had been violated, then they could go in and they could invade Iraq. The cracker took it upon themselves with England and America, Australia, as crackers do, drug France in with them, and they invaded. UN resolution didn't even agree with it. They drug everybody in. Told us for years there were weapons. Just hadn't found them. Stripped the whole country, door to door. Took all the pains out of their house and killed his kids. Took his money, stripped the Iraq would never be reestablished. Rightfully so now. The bastards had us in slavery. They had to pay for what they did, and he did just like he said. He brought the worst of the people in among them. When you talk about the American, the white man is the worst people you have on the planet. They're the worst. That's why everybody they can't keep a deal with nobody. Nobody will keep a deal with a white person. They can't keep a deal with themselves. They lost Tony Blair his job when he was running behind George Bush, his Uncle Tom nigga. Everybody ever ran these people fought with them, they cost you everything you got. That's how many soldiers, if you just interview all their soldiers when they came home, how many of them still got their houses? How many of them still had their cars when they came? How many of them even still had their marriage? How many of them even had their sanctity when they came back? You always lose when you run behind these people to follow. Nobody has ever been a gainer dealing with these people. They always break their promises. I say all that to say because we're just to a point now where we're in desperate times. They call for desperate measures. And if you're a lover of your life, then you got to stand up and show it and defend it. I love my life. I love it enough that I ain't going to sit back and let them treat me like no nigga. You said so much we can take from him. Of course they'll say, oh, he did. Why white people don't never get this? Why don't somebody say so when these crackers gun her down? Why the police, why all the good white folks had to come out and tell he anti-American? Where Donald Trump and all these people on Obama calling for his citizenship? Calling for that man to be, this is the man he killed served in their military, right beside him. Yeah. So you still ain't a winner. When the man want a federal, he ain't paying child support. I'm a believer, yes, let the system work. A man don't take care of his own, he worse than the infidel denied the faith. I ain't against that. He ought to went to jail for it. That's criminal. I don't care if they didn't have a law. He should have went to jail for not taking care of his kid. But I would have never said gun him down, especially behind their back. See, that show you what kind of man he was. He couldn't look him in the face. That's what cow. In the cowboy, they call that's a coward. You can't be classified as a real killer. You shot him in the back. They'll tell you, man, you can't be classified as no real gunslinger, no killer. You shoot a man in the face and give him a gun. Those are the people you're counting real killers and murderers. You know what I'm saying? Real outlaws. But being the dirty crocker he was, you shoot him in the back. No doubt after you told him to run. If you don't hurry up and get out of my face, I'm going to shoot you. No doubt he thinking, I'm going to run as fast as I can and get away so I don't get pop, shot, and dead. Surely we knew we would get a conviction. These white people, we're never going to get a fair chance with these white people. I ain't looking for white people to look at me no better. I ain't worried about how white people view me. I don't care. Again, pardon my, if you call it friend, they can kiss my ass. Right. I can care less how they look at me at that point. My people dying. Yeah. Nobody doing nothing. None of these so-called Negro spiritual leaders even care. Nobody's coming out telling our people, if they organize it, they're going to see if we can do a peaceful protest. It's beautiful. Somewhere this man killed. I've been an advocate for Kathy Walker, 90-some years old, 96, 98, when she was gunned down by 100 bullets rolling through her house while she was asleep. And they put a gun and said she shot them coming in. Popped 3 officers while she was asleep, coming through her door. Huh? You know we could have used her in the military? Wake up from your sleep at 98 years old and pop 3 officers coming through your door with guns. Do you know how nasty and decrepit these bastards are? That they were breaking in on people 90-some years old. Shot this lady up, riddled her house with 100 bullets. Why? Can you imagine that while you sleep? You hear your door coming out the hinge, a burglar bar being ripped off, door being kicked in. You figuring burglars, crackheads, whatever. My God, what's going on? You know what ain't coming to your mind? The police. These dirty bastards are coming here to kill me. Can y'all imagine the fear that lady had to have? Not because crackheads in her neighborhood. Not because of black gangs that they're going to blame all our crime on. Because of a dirty cracker system. Took it upon themselves to come in on a 90-something. They don't care about our old. Do you know how much history this lady had for us at 98 years old? What she's seen. Not what books wrote, what she's seen. You say, that's crazy. I ain't never read that before. Boy, because the cracker ain't going to never tell you the truth. I'm telling you what I seen. See, they need to distort our history. And they do that by killing our elderly and by our kids. The people in the middle, you're just in a trap. Y'all don't even realize that. If enough of you are all we got for history, we ain't got nothing. If this all we got for history, we done. You kill enough of our Kathy Johnson. And how many other elderly they killing all with these blood pressure pills and diabetic and it's done insulin foods. I've been telling y'all, I told my mother about it too. You die now, that's your foolishness. I told y'all that you got to get out of the hands of these people. You can't put your life and your future in the hands of these people. You know how people live better before we ever met their doctors. They're going to tell you, do you know how many blacks live better in the country eating pork and possum and coons and live longer and better? You know when they got sick? When they went to the doctor. Man got through examining, and you know this? Hold on for a minute. Are you aware? No. Do you know it's going to keep? What? I got some medication for you. Watch every one of the older people we got that died, from my father included. He died about 81. Memory, eyesight, mobility. They take that away from them. They always consistent in what they do to our people. They're going to get their memory. They're going to get their eyesight. They're going to get their mobility by amputation. Every time they kill us the same way. And none of these nigger doctors had never said nothing to us about it. They said right back, and they're a part of the prey because crackers let them in their world. And they'll put, you know, some of we smart. I don't go to crack. I go to a nigger doctor. The nigger doctor is just as dangerous. They're all in the same fraternity. A hypocrite oath. They kill you. Y'all taking these blood pressure medication, y'all taking the diabetic medicine. When this stuff kill you now, you get what you got. Especially when you can do better. These diseases we got when we came infected with them. How many people, what's the age range for the baby boomers? Baby boomers should be about 60. What are they now? 46. So that'll be what now? 60? 60-something? Y'all ain't seen a new commercial, have you? They got a new commercial out. You ain't gonna believe who it for, Canada. Baby boomers. How many of y'all ain't seen it's beautiful. If you're a baby boomer, you might have hepatitis. Hepatitis can go undetected, and it can kill you. Come into your local doctor and be tested. Do y'all know what the importance of that is? Baby boomers. How many of y'all not familiar with the stories of baby boomers? Good, everybody is. Baby boomers, and the reason why they call them baby boomers, there was a time during the war. Baby boom, there was a time when they accounted that more babies were born that year that's ever been recorded. Well, they've been watching those babies since the time they were born. And they said that those babies were going to break Social Security. They have been planning for years on years on years on how to keep the baby boomers from breaking the bank of Social Security. I'm talking about this is around the world, babies born. This ain't just him. Everywhere, record number. They say they never had that many recorded before. So they've been watching these people. They've been doctoring on these people for years, and enough of them hadn't died. So now they all of a sudden come out there and found out, for whatever reason, all these babies now got hepatitis C. And if they want to live, just come in and see your doctor and go by and see your local health care so they can test you and see if you got it. If you ain't got it, you're going to get it. If you smart, you need to do like Grady did on Fred Sanford. Get your checks. Get 3 of them checks, and don't tell like you can't hear, you got goggling. Everything sound like you underwater when they come try to get your check. If y'all ain't seen the episode, you need to go see it. Them folks try to come talk to Grady. He said, sound like water, like I'm underwater. I can't hear what you're saying. Don't get them crackers back nothing. Spend all them checks you can spend. Don't cut back on nothing. These people are infecting us, and they are killing us. We got to get out of their system. Y'all got to stop messing with their women. I'm going to tell you what they're doing to you. The same thing they did to these soldiers when they kept going to Korea and going to Japan. They were infecting them women with diseases, and these soldiers were sleeping with them, thinking they were going to get back on them ships and get back on them planes and get a shot that was going to kill them. Go find how many of them soldiers dead now. Them women couldn't even, those women, they said, oh, that no, the women wasn't dying. A lot of our men wound up dying at the hand of Asian women when they went overseas to get them. Them women were walking around full of disease. How many of y'all familiar with this? Still happening today. You can go to Japan and they can live with it. But if you get that stuff, it'll kill you dead. Put them jokers right on them ships, them jokers run right around and get past them needles and jump right back in there and get over here and infect our kids. They have been setting us up for years, and we've been too done stupid. Nobody told us nothing. Now, we're not the only people with this knowledge. Other people have it. But they're not going to take time out to tell you what's going on. Just like they lied on Dr. King all them years. And they're like they didn't know who it was he slept with. I found her. Her name is Georgia Powell. I think the Powell coming. That's her name, Georgia Powell. The lady he was having sex with in the hotel the night before he got killed. Her name is Georgia Powell. Yes. She said she seen Coretta after he was killed. She said, what was she going to say to him? She said, all I could tell him was, sorry about your husband. What you going to tell him when you just got through spending 2 hours or 4 hours in a hotel bedroom with a husband? Other than, sorry about your husband. They're not going to tell you how the FBI, the Memphis police, the military were all sitting right across the street videoing the whole thing. They're not going to tell you that, huh? All these people were sitting here watching the whole thing. That's how they could see them when they were pointing. Remember I took that picture of Michael Jackson? Like, can you feel it? Because they filmed the whole thing. They had been watching King. The FBI, what's amazing with this, the FBI will be up under a man of authority. What's the name of the people? A man that would be over the FBI. A lawyer, attorney general. I don't know how I forgot that. Can't remember who could be the attorney general under the time when he would have been. You said Robert Kennedy. These crackers are all in it together. These people have watched us the whole time and made a fool out of us. Do not put your hope, do not put your trust, do not put your confidence in these people. We have to establish our own government. We have to establish our own military. We have to establish our own police. We have to make our own way. They had a man that was in there with Dr. King that had come over from another particular, it was, I can't remember the name of the group. There was another black organization that was in Memphis that was there to say, they actually had come out that day to meet with Dr. King. They didn't believe in the nonviolence. They actually were trying to get Dr. King, and they had talked to Dr. King about doing security for him because they felt like something was going to happen. But Dr. King, being the Christian nigga he was, he ain't need no security. People didn't even know that Dr. King tried to actually quit that movement. He actually had been trying to quit on several times. Dr. King wanted to quit the movement. See, they had a big problem with Dr. King, your FBI. your military and all these other people. He was speaking against that big war machine, Vietnam. Not only that, Dr. King had started a rally that was coming up that next year called the Poor Man's Rally. Dr. King was trying to get black people economically empowered. He wanted blacks to make the same money whites were making. It was called the Poor People March he started. It was a campaign. He was launching it for 1969. But these crackers looked like he had done enough. It was time for Dr. King to be stopped and be wiped out. And blacks, in our common fashion, we get hyped, we start a little fire, we run around, we niggas steal a TV, go steal a couple of cans of sardines, they're like, or some Spam like Saddam Hussein did, and then you calm down. This time we can't calm down. They've always framed every leader we've ever had. They actually had the man that actually was there that was trying to stop the bleeding of Dr. Martin Luther King was an FBI informant. They infiltrated him, as always. That's always been their MO, to infiltrate us. I wonder what would be the reason you would need to follow Dr. King. Because you like listening to him in the whores? Dr. King wasn't a violent man. Dr. King constantly told people they were going to be nonviolent to stay out of the march. He didn't even want them a part of the protest. Dr. King was trying to get blacks on the same platform as whites to be treated equal. Wanted you, if you paid your money to ride a bus, that you be able to choose the seat you wanted. Now, what did they tell you about white people, the reason they would sit here and follow this man, video this man, wiretap this man hotel rooms in his home, put Green Beret in this man's front yard? When did I tell y'all seen a Green Beret? That's how secret they are, Delta Force. They that secret. They don't even show these people. They kept them in Dr. King's front yard on Auburn Avenue in Atlanta, Georgia, a place where Dr. King never done nothing. Dr. King never did nothing in Atlanta. Dr. King went to Chicago. Dr. King went to Memphis. Dr. King went to Alabama. Dr. King went to other places. Dr. King never did nothing here in Atlanta, Georgia. But there was a need, for whatever reason, was for the Green Beret and them to be in their front yard laying around and them be wiretapping him. See, I say that they do that to discredit our people for trying to get us in a better situation. This has never stopped. I'm telling y'all that because if we don't wake up and do something, eventually, you understand, there's not going to be any more of us. This white man is working to destroy all of us. This is not a situation now where we can look and say, well, that's Freddie Gray, or that's the man in North Carolina or South Carolina. You do understand they're going to be all of us. Our women are no safer than the men. Our homes are divided. We've lost our children to homosexuality. We got gay teachers, lesbian instructors. We got gay, crooked, rotten, adultery preachers. We're in a criminal system. We're dealing with barbarians. Explain to me, how is it going to get better if we don't make it better? Economically, everything you got is determined by whites. It's determined on what bill a white man going to sign. What piece of paper is he going to sign to give you an extra point on your taxes, or a comma, or a period, or a decimal. Everything you got in the hands of a white man decided, and that don't bother you. And you tell me how much better we are today. We're worse off today than we ever been. When we marched and fought before, there were no videotapes. There were no recordings. We got in-depth color, live, confessions, and no convictions. How long are we going to continue to keep sitting here watching this happen? We can say, well, what he'll do to us if we stand up. But then let's look at what he's doing to us while we lay down. All you got to do is you sat down and decide for yourself, watching in and sitting here. What is he doing when we're nonviolent? Explain to me, what can he do worse if we become violent? If we stood up to protect and defend our homes, to ensure and establish our future, he can't do anything more than he's already done. He's already degraded us. He's already medicated us. He's already educated us. He's already disgraced us and imprisoned us. Please tell me, what else can he do? He's took away our masculinity. Men are more feminine now than ever. I don't know why a man want to wear no tight pants. I don't know how we done lost our men. Now they metrosexual. The same as homosexual. Our women are become more masculine. This is not a normal fashion for a woman to grow a beard. No more it is for a man to grow breasts. But because of the hormones they're putting in the medicine and in the foods and in the medication that this man is doing what he's doing to us. Our homes are being destroyed, people. Now, all I do, I just came to warn you. What you do with it after that is totally up to you. Everybody in here is totally up to you. But for me, I'm tired. I'm tired. I had to wait for the phone call or wait on the doorbell to ring, them to come and tell me they're going to deliver my daughter, my son, or my grandkid to me dead. Whom the police had to do their job, and then while executing their job, they were left with no other choice. And then a video to surface showing this is a deliberate lie. Then went on a white jury with a white judge and a white prosecutor to tell me after there are no conviction, the wheels of justice turn slow, but eventually they start rolling. You just got to be patient. Just got to be patient. Sit back and just let the system work. When do white people let the system work? Give me one time white people let the system work. Susan Smith said a black man stole her kids. Did the white people say back? The white people started working. In Massachusetts, they said that a man who killed his own wife and stayed for a robbery because he just wanted to pawn her wedding ring because he had insurance on it. Killed his wife, blow her brains out, shot himself and laid up in the emergency room and told him it was a black man. The citizens of Baltimore in 1987 ran the streets habit from door to door. Do y'all know they made a suspect? The man was waiting to get the electric chair. When finally the man's brother came out and said, I can't take it, and took the ring to the police station and told what happened. This man was waiting to get the electric chair. This is how dirty crackers are. They made a suspect. They went from door kicking in doors to find. Why they can't kick in door these people gun us down? How these people get to due process? And then the other man, why he gets to go home and wait till they come up with a retrial. How the retrial gonna be any better than what you just done? You ain't got no new circumstantial evidence, do you? You're gonna pour some more crackers. And if them crackers convicted, he gonna overturn that. He gonna look at the first jury acquitted me. I don't know how the second one gonna come in and find me guilty, and I not get another trial. And then you know they're gonna tell you, the state has exhausted its funds. See, the state has so much money they set aside for prosecution. And if you use too much on one case, it's gonna hurt you on all your other cases. So this is gonna be an easy blow by to play a fool out of y'all. I'm saying this, what are we going to do when it's you? How many of y'all in here say it can never be you? How many of y'all in here what you call black? Anybody here? Black, sub-Saharan, new? You do know they killing people your color, right? Men and women. How long for just hypothetically for they just say put you in a cell and say she hung herself? Oh, you belong. How many of y'all? Ex-military, y'all can be crazy, shell shocked, and that thing know you hung yourself. How about you? How about you for you hung yourself now? And we're gonna have to go with what they say. And why would they lie? They signed statements saying they had just checked on her. But then he got pinned down. He said, well, I kind of lied. We didn't check on it. It had been more than 4 hours. Anybody getting arrested? No. This is criminal. This is criminal for you to testify and say you saw something or sign a federal affidavit saying something. And this is criminal. No conscience. These people have no conscience. You know what our problem is? We have too much conscience. Too much conscience that hurt us. I'm going to talk to y'all a little bit. They can go ahead and let me in. It don't matter what they put. Everything y'all say I did, that's what I did. What's the point of arguing with them? You're not going to win. Whatever they say, you done it. It don't even make sense to go to say, I'm not guilty. I'm going to be in the hands of crackers who going to make their own opinion before they see you or deal with you. I'm in the hands of a dirty white cracker with no clothes on, with a black robe on, who going to rule in whatever favor he want to go in. The prosecutor, the attorney, and the jury are all together. If they weren't, they wouldn't put them in the box. There's no prosecutor. Listen, before they put them, how you feel about people being innocent and guilty? You think innocent people should go to jail? Do you feel like innocent people go to jail? Scratch him out of the book. We don't want him. How you feel about innocent people being prosecuted? You think it's wrong? Scratch him too. You go through people. You sequester people before you pick them. These are your hand-picked boys. What am I expected to hear from them? These are people you picked that you agreed on, yeah. These are people that you sat down. Did I get to tell them what the law was, or you told them? These are people you sat down and you taught them how to view that case. That's called prejudice. I'm going to give you prejudice because I'm going to be biased. The defense attorney not going to get to talk to him and tell him how to differentiate between what's innocent or guilty, or how you should rule, or how you should look and what's fact. That's going to be the prosecuting attorney job. To take that jury in and talk with that jury and explain that jury how the system works and what we're trying to get you guys to do. Tell you how you need to convict based on certain things and what's going to be shown to you, and based on what you see, you have to make a decision. That's all about how you give it to them. It's going to have prejudice. What's going to happen? You're going to tell them about me. Tony Smith, he called white folk crackers. Yes, I do. And not to mention, I told him to kiss my ass 3 times now. Make sure you play that part. Let's just be honest. How am I going to be viewed? They're not going to show where I've done wrong to anybody white. They're not going to tell you why I came and took or done anything to these people. But all we have is a history of them taking and destroying and depleting us of everything we got. Yet there's never a jury to come in, or a judge or a prosecutor come in our favor against them. If you black and you stand up for, whether you're a police chief, whether you're a prosecutor, or whatever you are, your behind going to lose your job. And you know what? And it's bad because we let them do it to us. If you're a black male, if you stand up for, you're going to lose your job. We're showing you nothing changed. You don't blame, in a sense, I don't blame a lot of blacks. Well, I don't blame a lot of them that don't stand up for us. Because we bad about leaving people out there. Yep. We bad about that. And we unseen the system. When you put your neck on the line for our people will turn their backs on you. We have Black Panther Party members that are still in prison today for coming up with a system of feeding our kids in the morning. That's got to hurt. I couldn't imagine being sitting in jail for 20-some years, 30 years. And these bastards out here going around realizing a lot of things you have today, you didn't have if it wasn't for me. They weren't feeding your kids, Candy. There was no system feeding your kids. We created. Now you can call right now, you can pick up 911 and call, and one of y'all black, one of your niggas fall out. You ain't gonna believe who coming. An ambulance, a fire truck with crackers on it. You know why? Because the Black Panther Party stood up for that. They've got their own ambulance to take our people to the hospital. There wasn't no ambulance for you. I don't blame them for being mad. If I were them, I wouldn't fight these crackers. I'd be fighting you. Do y'all understand what it's like now that you can call? We've forgotten that. That you could call the fire department right now, call 911. You find out it's a nigga. They ain't coming. Now they come. You know why? Because the Black Panther Party was allowing our people to start seeing the strength and numbers of us coming together and what we could do for ourselves. And whites had to open up opportunity to show you, no, come back to us, we'll start picking you up. Do y'all understand that? This is how effective that the Black Panther Party were, and they'll try to tell you they were ineffective. We still sitting here living out some of the results of these people standing up against them. These people were false accused of murder, drugs planted on them, guns, everything. But because of the way they stood up and fought, do you understand white people are still afraid today when they hear Black Panther? Because white people know what Black Panther means. I will not have a master. I'm not taking no master. Y'all got me? Don't go to his polls. Don't vote. Don't sit on his juries. They're corrupt. You can't afford to sit here because the truth be told, I don't know how you're going to prosecute the person that they're trying to sit here and convict when you don't look at the people sitting in the courtroom that's sitting behind the bench and behind the prosecutor. These are criminals. These are lawbreakers every day. You trial and living men, and you lying and saying these are corporate fictions. But we're not even going to get into that all. We got a lot of problems. Nobody is standing up for our cause. Don't look for no help. There's only one. There's only one. Y'all hear me? We have to start setting up to make our own way. That's good. Talk with y'all. We're here. This is an attempt to collect the debt. Get me all hey Dabarim. I'm just irritated. Anybody don't like my statement, cut your TV off. Whatever you got, cut it off. Unhook your computer. Go get a new one that's infected. Because I ain't your nigga. Give me 7. That's fine. Since I'm talking. I'll come back and still get that. 7. And matter of fact, start 7 and 1. Let's see what that's saying. Something will come to my mind. We'll read that. 7 and 1. Listen.
When Yahuwah thy Elohim shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and have cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. And when Yahuwah thy Elohim shall deliver them before thee, and thou shalt smite them, and utterly destroy them, thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor shew mercy unto them.
Oh, what you got? I don't know what you're going to do with that. Had we listened to Mr. Yahuwah when he told us, we wouldn't have any problem today. Huh? Had we listened to him and done what he told us, we wouldn't have any problem today. He told us there were other people and nations and land that he was going to bring us into. And we came into the land, and he told us what he was going to do. Let's hear it again what happened. Can we please say verse 1? Listen.
When Yahuwah thy Elohim shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it.
Y'all hear what he said? He going to bring you. Did he pick you up and carry you? What you had to do? You had to walk. You had to walk. But he was with you. He was with you. He called it, I carried you, though. When I bring you, it's just like when you said something, it's like I picked you up and I carried you there. But see, that's where the Negro mentality is. He keeps thinking when he reads that something is magically going to happen. No, I'm going to take you and bring you this place, but you understand I'm going to expect some effort from you. The Negro had to get this mentality out that somebody's going to give him something. Some cracker going to sign some paper. Some cracker going to give him some authority. Some rising nigga going to come up and move him. No, you going to listen what you going to do. I'm going to bring you there. What happened, son?
And hath cast out many nations
this
before
is what he said.
thee.
He said he done cast them out before thee. What happened?
The Hittites.
The Hittites.
And the Girgashites.
And the Girgashites.
And the Amorites.
And the Amorites.
And the Canaanites.
And the Canaanites.
And the Perizzites.
And the Perizzites.
And the Hivites.
And the Hivites.
And the Jebusites.
The Jebusites.
7 nations.
Which are what?
Greater and mightier than thou.
Which outnumber you. Which are stronger than you. What happened?
And when Yahuwah thy Elohim shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them.
Hold on, he just told her he was going to drive them out. All I'm seeing is a car coming by picking them and just taking them down the expressway. No, this is going to be you, but understand, I'm going to weaken your oppressor. I'm going to put it in your hands that you're going to be able to take down your oppressor. So you're not going to put this all on me. That's what nigga do. You know what he do? He know nigga thing. Soon as he get caught, know the nigga. I ain't even do nothing. No, nigga. He was driving. No, nigga. You helped me do this. Huh? You know what nigga say? Well, what you doing? He was driving. He brought me. I ain't do nothing with him. No, nigga. I'm going to be with you while you go him. But you going to fight these niggas. Matter of fact, when you get them, you going to take them down. You're not finna sit here and put that back on just what I done. Understand, I'm going to weaken your oppressor. But your hand's going to be a part of this. He know black people. So when they catch it, we're going to tell on him. Listen.
Thou shalt make no covenant with them.
What? What you say now? I should pledge allegiance to the what now?
Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor...
You said sing America the Beautiful?
Thou shalt make no covenant with them.
What that sign?
Nor shew mercy unto them.
That tight. So when we obeyed this, why we be so merciful to these people? Why we just go and start contracting with these people? I told these folks before, they don't even realize how powerful the pledge is. These military people tell you, go to the Atlanta Milk Station and you go ahead and pass your ass fab, you get that far and then get through your physical. They're going to take you in a room and you're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance after you sign your contract. Who's familiar with this? At that time, you don't have to go anywhere. That second time when you go there before you leave, what they going to have to do, military people? You say they're going to sign another contract. No more contract signing. You're going to pledge. When you pledge, you're behind it finna get on that bus. If you don't get on that bus, you're going to jail. That's how powerful that covenant is you just made. That paperwork you sign alone will not get you in. Go sign that paperwork and don't pledge. You ain't getting in. Go and make that pledge. The paperwork is all formality. Once you pledge, we got everything we need. At that point, it's criminal. I pledge a covenant, allegiance to America, of the United States of America, and to the republic, which is the law for which it stands, one nation, under God, under God, G-O-T-T, which is a German word for God. You just made an allegiance with God. We didn't realize what these people got us into. They started us when we were kids. So when they started us in elementary school and daycare, I came out of Baptist church. When I used to come out, first thing we would get up in the morning, when we came to church, we had to pledge allegiance to the flag. We had to pledge allegiance to the Christian flag, and we pledged allegiance to the Bible. All these were allegiance we had pledged. We had pledged three contracts were made before service started. Once they come in, everybody get up, they had to turn to the flag. Turn to the Christian flag. Then turn to the Bible. You just pledge allegiance to God, to holy, and to Greek. Niggas just joined 3 fraternities in one service. You just joined 3 fraternities. You're in 3 fraternities. Now you know where you're going. GFI jail, nigga. 3 fraternities right there in church. You see how these people get you to succumb to these covenants, become so comfortable with them? It's second nature for us. So it's nothing when you walk in, you jump up. Before you can do a basketball game, they get you to do the anthem. Everything keeps programming you in. Look how offended white people get when you don't get up and say it. Look how angry they get with you. You gotta figure, what's the big deal? It's a big deal to us. It's a big deal. It's part of our covenant. And we need you to join in and sing in with it. This is our school song. This is our fraternity song here. This is our alma mater. But come on, finish this up, what he told us. Other one, you don't get me, ooh, Allah Shamut. I'll just read 23:10. We'll just read down in there. For those that don't know, you watching it, you'll call it Exodus. Exodus means that you just exited. You just left the movie theater. Allah Shamut means these were the names. Listen.
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy ben.
What happened?
For they will turn away thy ben from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of Yahuwah be kindled against you,
yes,
and destroy thee suddenly.
Mm-hmm.
But thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars,
and what else?
Break down their images,
Yeah,
and cut down their groves,
yeah,
and burn their graven images with fire.
About to talk about that. About to talk about that. See, he's trying to get him an obedient people. That was the purpose of sitting down teaching us his laws, his statutes. These are his judgments. You know what the problem is now, the truth be told, why we can't execute these judgments? Because these are criminal offenses. You ain't going to believe well to the people that own them. See, these are not criminal offenses to you. See, if a man or woman should take and do these things, you do know that's criminal. That's destruction of private property, of people's personal belongings. Yahuwah said, I own everything. That's what he set him up to do. Oh, what you got? Yaram Yahu, because they're going to call him Jerry. Jerry married his own cousin. You can't trust him no way. Yah, Rama, Yahoo. The other Jerry used to smoke dope with, what's his name, with Dean Martin. We'll start about 1 and 3. Listen, this is Yaram Yahu 1 and 3. Listen.
It came also in the Yamim of Jehoiakim the ben of Josiah, Malach of Yehuda, in the end of the 11th year of Zedekiah, the ben of Josiah, Malach of Yehuda, unto the carrying away of Jerusalem captive in the 5th moon. Then the Dabari of Yahuwah came unto me, saying, Before I formed thee in the belly,
what happened?
I knew thee.
That was 100 years before that one, is that? Come on.
And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee.
We won't say sanctified, we'll say consecrated. I know, I mean force of habit. We've been saying, I say force of habit, Brandon, because they pressed it on us in school. You didn't have a choice. It was force of habit. Everything we do is force of habit. Y'all don't know that? Everything force of habit. They force you to serve their God. That's what happened when you go in these people and you show these people mercy and kindness. It wind up coming to your disenfranchisement. Trying to be that peaceful person and be the person to speak the way they want you to speak. They're a great brogue and trying to show their love and trying to show them that you can be equivalent to them. It hurts you. That's actually a disgrace to me to tell me to show myself be equivalent to them. I couldn't imagine having sex with my daughter. I couldn't imagine molesting my grandkids. I couldn't imagine just going around just killing people that hadn't done nothing to me. So to tell me to be like them is actually an insult to me. It's actually tell me to become less of what I am. Because I don't speak the way you want me to speak, and because I'm more bold in my speech, if it insults you, then that's what it is. But I'm not going to go and try to sit around and make myself or belittle myself to try to put myself in a status quo where he'll accept me. His acceptance will always come to my demise. His acceptance will always come to me being disenfranchised. And we got to start looking at this in a different manner. What has it ever got you? Everybody that we've had that have ever tried to get on this man's platform and try to appease this man have lost everything they had. Go look at Joe Louis. Died one of the greatest boxers ever time. Threw a fight for these crackers. Gave a whole purse of winning to these people to help fund the war. And they later charged them taxes on them. Only these crackers can do that to you. You just gave away your whole winning because you felt like they will accept me. They will respect me. They will love me. They will let me be a part of them, Megan. And they send you a bill later saying, we going to need to get the taxes on that money you gave to the government. You ain't going to believe who the letter was from. The government. Wasn't nobody but the government. Who else going to do it to you? You going to rate me twice, Leon? You going to rate me twice? How you going to have more money than the government? Why would you begin to go, I have some people that pay, I already know you ain't got nothing. I can't take this. They can take you ain't got, you a nigga. You ain't got nothing to give me. But then I'm going to come back later and I'm going to tell you I want taxes on top of what you gave me, and you ain't got nothing. You gave me everything. It's something else. You know what they do? Oh, you always got something. Oh, it's something. That my friend, he went in that jail and sat down in that seat with that fella gave him that honey bun. He ate that honey bun. That fella told him to get that honey bun, but he ain't got no honey bun. He said, you got a honey bun. Now that he was planning hell. That Joe got in jail, he moved from out of here. He couldn't show it. He did right. He can't show his face around him. He can't be no proud sissy around him. Ate that man honey bun. That man told him he had to get that honey bun back. Wait till he made sure he digested. He couldn't even throw it up if he wanted to. He said, you can't throw it up, but you can sure throw it out. That honey bun had to be recompensed. That man said, one way I know where to go get that honey bun, I'm finna dig it and get it. That's the system. You know what bad though? He did it to us. Do y'all know how many our men he made homosexual through slavery? This man has done this to you for years. Where do you think the prison system get it from? He ain't never had sex with none of our free men. Our men were prisoners. They were prisoners. That's how he had to domesticate. That's how he whipped us and chained. That's how he raped us. That's how he castrated us. Before he came up with medication to demand you to come along and devein you and take away your ability to have kids, he did in slavery. That man, when the apartheid government was in South Africa, they would take jumper cables, hook them to a battery, and hook them to the man's genital, and put water on them. Do y'all know they did that? Y'all people don't know nothing about that. This been in the 60s and 70s, 80s, and still happening today. They just won't tell a nigga about it. Y'all will hear about it later on if you live. Get about another 30 years. And you know they'll tell you that was back then. Back then is right now. Right now ain't changing. You know how right now changed? You got to change it right now. Ain't nothing in history ever changed on its own. It's always been through revolution. Evolution has come through revolution. They don't know that, do they? Let me tell you what happened. Y'all got that? Okay. What we'll call this? Ground. Or land, whatever you want to call it. Land. This, my friend, will be a seed. Seed. Y'all got me? I'm going to take this seed. I'm going to put that seed in the ground. Now that seed going to come up. It's going to be part of evolution. It's going to be revolution. What mean that seed got to fight to get out of its state. When that seed, first, before it can break here, it's got to first fight to get out of this state. When it fight to get out of this state, it can't fight to get out of this state and stay here. It's got to fight to get out of this state and transform to whatever, and then it's got to break and make its way here. It's got to survive animals crossing, rain, heat. It's got to survive a lot of stuff. Flood waters. If it's going to make it, it's going to be through revolution. Guess what ain't going to happen? The ground ain't going to open for it. Got to make its own way. When the rain falls, it's got to hopefully hope that enough of it will saturate to get down here so it can change and transform. Only hoping a seed for transformation. Evolution. And once they get it, now you got to do it by revolution. You do know when you plant and you cover over that seed, it's some chance that some rock's going to be in that soil. I want to get past that rocket revolution. All those are obstacles in my way to get him. I came through a lot of obstacles to get him. So did you. I didn't come all the way through evolution and revolution to stop fighting them. I got the heart of a panther. I have no master. You have to let these people know, I have no master. I'm refusing to be tamed. Y'all hear me? You tell me this little seed can do that and break through here and grow to be something great. When this got to deal with flood, water, it got to deal with animal crossing, urinate. There are animals and burrow animals that dig and eat seeds. This is all chancing and hope. But it break through to finally make it. Through all that, said I overcame. Do you know this is your story? This is your story, baby. That's why farming, husband, it fits you. That's your story. Just looking at what it takes to get you started, what it took to get you started, and what you had to go through to get here. You know how many obstacles this man had put on top of you to keep you from coming up? This man didn't come back here and try to cultivate the ground to get you up. When he plants the seed, he put it there, then everything is chance. He goes to his house and his farm, he chances. He hopes that what he labored to put, that it'll break through, but if it didn't, I expected some losses. Because this is revolution. In order to get evolution. Something had to happen. Y'all got me? You got to start changing your mindset of how you think. Who's been grading you when they told you what type of person you are? Go ask him what kind of person he heard me use as. But then he puts it in his Bible. He won't call a donkey, he'll call it an ass. He'll use what he wants at his convenient time. When you use it, then he'll denigrate or he'll run you down. He's been grading you for years, and that's why you hadn't changed. The reason why a lot of our people are in these social factors that's killing them today, because they've been graded by this white devil. This devil ain't no position to grade me. Where's my peers at? Get me a man that's taking care of his own family. Get me a man that's serving Elohim. Get me a man that's walking in the fear of Elohim and keeping his statute, commandments, and judgment. If you don't have none, then you ain't got no judge for me. You don't set a whiskey drinker, a cocaine sniffer, an adulterer, and ask him what he thinks about me. You need to ask me what I think about him, and I'm going to tell him what thus saith Yahuwah. People ain't no position to judge us. That man can put out words and paper that sit here and destroy our whole lives. Change your whole concept of thinking, oh, white folk don't like, white people say, oh, white people won't give me a job. White people say I need another, white people say they need to go back to school. That's scary. That's scary. You don't know in yourself who you are? You know what I love about Shaul? He said, examine, who was that again? And let the white man know, you see whether you be in the faith. Let the white man prove you. Prove your own self and know whether or not you be Yahuwah's, except you be reprobates. Everything that's not of Yahuwah is a reprobate. Yeah. That means it's worthless. Now, how can somebody worthless judge me? For years, I've been guilty of that. His opinion, his analogy, his thoughts, and his ideas. I call it ideology. He called it ideology. It's ideology. Isn't that right? It ain't worth thinking about. The mere fact that we let this man shape our whole, this man can shape a child and make him a criminal at birth. Put him in a community. They showed that with trading places. Showed that I can take a rich man, put him in poor condition, and I can change his whole idea. I can take a poor man and put him here and change his idea, his whole concept, although he's been reared and raised this way his whole life. He'll work to appease it, to try to appease me. Show me how. That Reggie Hammond, that story, not Reggie Hammond, he was on there, but Valentine was his name. Watch him. The same mentality you got. White man throwed his money down there and left it. That nigga knew he could have kept it. What'd he do? Hey, Randolph, water bottle. You dropped this. Very good, Valentine. Showed you it worked. I made the nigga think I gave him a chance. Nigga got in there and worked and saw and sat here and took a man off the street of nigga. Nigga come here and work in corporate America and still made things happen and made him money. Nigga went there and busted a vase. They said, we just made $70,000. Said, we making money already with the nigga. See, you don't even realize that movie had a lot of subliminal messages showing you that when you tear up and you destroy, I still make money. I got your projects insured. They missed that though, Dad. You can ask yourself, he said, so let me get this mine here, huh? This mine today. Oh. What the first thing he do? I'm sorry. They said, no, that's all right, Reggie. They said, see, mother, we making money already with it. Meaning when you tear up and you destroy, this cracker's still making money. He been making money off you so long, you've been the only fool that hadn't known it. The whole deficit of this country is based off of you. Do you know how many people are working in conjunction to keep you from knowing who you are? Trying to keep you displaced? Got you in an educational system where you've been combated with so much stuff and projects and stuff they throwing at you that you know what, they making it almost hard for our kids to get out. And when they get out, where you going? Useless. None of them they can take and do nothing with. All of it just taking you through a fraternity. It's in hopes of making you fail and quit. In hopes of you getting out. And now they finna bring out a billionaire that Donald Trump gonna set up, who finna come right in here and finna change the whole system. They finna get these white kids. Y'all finna be right back to segregation. She finna set up charter school. They not finna be for niggas. It finna be for whites. Their own rules. Y'all finna see these. Listen, the blacks that got some money that think they white will be able to escape a little bit. But the rest of them gonna be right back where we started. This is the problem I have. We should have been set ourselves up a system. But we've been trusting and waiting on them, waiting on George Bush to tell us no child left behind, which was no child gonna ever catch up that's black. Then he threw you right back in them hellhole schools. Then you sat around, you waiting on Obama to do something. Now you're waiting on Trump to do something. When you gonna do something for yourself? We're in bad shape. Every race should feel their people superior. I watched a video where a black lady got me. She wanted to ask a white man. They said, I was going to send it to you. I stopped posting on Twitter. I let them have it. They'll be all right. If I can help my people to break away from this social media, let's create our own. Let's give them back their stuff. Everything you get in, they got FBI monitor, FBI watching, NSA. For what? Niggas ain't posting them a picture of their baby pictures. But you know what? That's what they need to see. Everything you've been posting been criminal. They got a Hispanic lady now who's being arrested. She sent a recipe out on Facebook. And they're going to charge her now. Oh, yeah, she made it. Somebody having to make it for her. And that's criminal for them in California. This woman is looking at prison time. These are the kind of crackers that you live here and work with. That's how they monitor your Facebook. I let them have their Facebook. I have not posted on Twitter purposely. I have nothing for them. It's time for Snapchat, all that, snap it up and give it back to these dirty crackers. They're taking your stuff and they're making it criminal. They want you. Facebook has helped them catch more people than they ever caught in their life. Because you put everything you know on Facebook. I got some of y'all niggas here, you do the same stuff, pictures of everything, who had a baby. That's all they've been doing a timeline off your Facebook. Make them get back out there and do real police work. Them go back, the soothsayer sitting back ain't got no done work. They got palm readers, soothsayer, wizard, and Channel Art Center got cartwheels on their stuff. They're like, that's all right, sit down. We got Facebook. We got Twitter. Give it back to them. Tell them you need to connect. Do like other folks, you do like what you do. Nigga, get you a black book. You can't meet no woman where you go out there, they had game, you got the phone number. She likes you, ugly nigga, you gave you the right one. I go chase them down. Let's get back to the old way of working. Old detective work. Isn't that right? Some of them, man, ain't gonna mess it up again. You'll be all right. Well, they're gonna mess it up when they meet them anyway. Come on, let's finish up this Yahoo so I can get this all I should move 23 and 10. And I gotta get y'all out of here, but it's right though. I'm angry when I sit around. Anybody else will sit around, they saw their race getting gunned down, getting shot. If they didn't get upset, they ought to be kicked out their race. Isn't that right? Sit around here watching your own people get gunned down, shot down, and left for dead, and then these crackers sit around and act like they don't know what's going on. Let's just wait. I'm appalled. Damn Paul. That's right. Somebody dead. Somebody no done Paul. Isn't that right? Somebody being gunned down, getting shot, we getting hung. Look at our kids. They sitting here victims of this society. They sit here waiting to be put into a done system. They're finna sit here and have them set up for homosexuality, have them set up for prison, high student loan debt. What do we have to offer our kids? I tell you what we got from a job. A job is one step under a slave. One step under a slave. They don't beat you. They're not with a whip, but they beat you in your pay. You right there being a done slave. Can't do nothing, got to call and ask you sick. Why you got to call him? Does he call you to tell you he's sick? He got to tell you, well, you ain't got enough days, Leon. Y'all know what that mean, ain't it? What I just told her. Nigga, I don't got to sick you better get to work. Isn't that right? Still a done slave. We ain't learned yet how to free ourselves from these people. You're going to work and kill your done self. Do it for yourself. That's being honest. Do it for yourself. Folks to my I'm going to make it. How you making that? You sit around waiting on some white cracker, his kids, to come get it and mess it up later. Right. Soon these folks get finished, you ain't getting nothing. Man, these folks make a fool out. People don't know. How many of y'all familiar with Jack Daniel Liquor? Good. Jack Daniel Liquor. Jack Daniel family own that now. The family own it. 2 niggas actually invented that liquor. Oh, yeah, 2 niggas invented it. Know what them nigga family got? Nothing. You get nothing. Nothing but a data boy. You set here everything they got, we done invented and put together. When Coca-Cola ever set up for black history and show you that a black man was the inventor of the Coca-Cola? They ain't going to tell you about that. They're going to tell you how much they give the black university and the Negro car. They're going to tell you a nigga invented the Coca-Cola. And he was a pharmacist. And he used cocaine. Help them crackers out. Them crackers been crackheads. Biggie cousin was crackers. Don't have a croak and a smile. You was in a geeked up, you can't do nothing but laugh. Geek, you geeked up. Sit around here, man, we in bad shape. Everything we ever met, everything we ever created and set up, we left with nothing. Famous Amos Cooke, how many of y'all familiar with those? What's so famous about that nigga been bought out years ago and ain't got nothing? Him or his family. A black man cooking. Kept his face on long enough to make you think they came with cheaper ingredients, enriched flour, messed up everything, and still get back to you and tell you it's famous Amos Cooking. Crackers getting paid. They buy it out of black folk hand, they'll do 1 or 2 things. They'll blow it up with your face, they run the trash and make nobody else want it. That's how they work. White folks will come by your stuff just to run out the door and run in the bin and run in the hole so you have nothing left behind your kid. You think, I got my money, but you're a nigga. I know what a nigga gonna do with their money. You're gonna burn it up. And you're gonna have nothing left for your kids. Y'all understand we have to establish at least something for our kids to stop waiting on them to do it for us. These people ain't gonna never pay you no enough to get nothing and take nothing and put nothing up. They watch you, they study. They know as soon as you catch that chase, see you round off and walking like old crackhead, they watch you. They love a nigga that borrow. No, you ain't gonna never get. You my best employee. I know you gonna be here, nigga. Because you don't need to borrow again. You ain't got enough done sense to take something and put something up every week you get paid. Every week you put up something. You don't never live to everything you got because you already in the done hole then. Before you start spending, you need to have a surplus. That's why this country in a hellhole, $40-something trillion in the hole. Because these bastards keep spending before they get a surplus. If you ain't got no residual coming in, why you letting money go out? This ain't hard. Y'all do some of the dumbest stuff. But this is how they set your country up. Now y'all spending. You like, I ain't worried. You know what? I got me here. Already owe. How you already owe tax money you don't even know you're getting? You know what kind of bad science this is? Bad math this is. Science ain't math because science going to deal with time. Math because this junk ain't adding up. How do you owe something you ain't even got? You have to learn how to create. You hear me? That's what he did. That's why he's a creator. That's why he's angry when things don't go the way he'll stand. Because he said, I created. That's why you got a surplus. Before I let all these people go out, I got seeds I can replant and I can regenerate, I can put back. Then why you hadn't used this same method? You ain't got no business putting out when you can't put nothing back. That's stupid math. Yeah. That's dumb science. Yeah. We got to do better. We're weak, we're frail, we're stupid. We don't sit here and strategize to put nothing together. Years ago, even the church was a hellhole, still a hellhole, the church, especially the black church. Biggest hellhole you'll ever get in. Biggest place of destruction. But at least the people can't get to try to strategize. Had they gotten real strategy, they'd realize the first thing they needed was to move out of that hellhole. They were confined in the wall, and as far as their dreams ever went, right inside them walls. Their vision was blocked, and it was dim because we didn't go anywhere. The only people went anywhere were the people that sat at the top of those organizations. When they made it out, they came back and told niggas we made it. But we're still at the bottom. These people are sitting here, they're sovereign. These people got all kind of rights, and they got all kind of authority. These people sitting in Congress, they sitting in the Senate. These people sit on all national urban leagues, all kind of organizations where they'll never need all their children. Al Sharpton got enough self for him and his children. All these Jesse, they all set up. Jesse stole Rainbow Push. He wasn't no inventor, no doing Rainbow Push. Niggas ain't did nothing but stole stuff. You can't believe none of these crooked bastards. Then they come in and keep telling you about non-violence and what Dr. King did. Every time you tell me about Dr. King, I keep thinking about a nigga whose shoes sticking through the rail because he didn't have a gun. Yep. The last thing I want to do is do what Dr. King did. Had a gun, maybe could have got a shot, or at least shot one of them niggas that were with him. Yeah. Why you shot me and shoot another nigga too? Yeah. Why you shot me? Because you the holler he wouldn't have did it at me. Shoot two of them bastards. Folks sat there and all of them, they was a part of that man dying. I've been told and I stick with it. I know they were all a part of that man being killed. Dirty bastards. Come on, son, finish this up. Yarum Yahoo. What verse we left out? 1 and where?
Continue to verse 5.
At verse 5, 1 and 5. Come on.
And before thou camest forth out of the womb,
what happened?
I consecrated thee.
Listen.
And I ordained thee a Nabah unto the nations.
Listen.
Then said I, Yahuwah Elohim, behold, I cannot speak.
What happened?
For I am a child.
Yeah.
But Yahuwah said unto me,
do what?
Say not, I am a child.
What happened?
For thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee.
Listen.
And whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak.
Listen.
Be not afraid of their panim.
Yeah.
For I am with thee to deliver thee, saith Yahuwah.
Yeah.
Then Yahuwah put forth his hand and touched my mouth.
What happened?
And Yahuwah said unto me, Behold, I have put my dabarim in thy mouth.
Yeah.
See, I have this yum set thee over the nations,
yeah,
and over the kingdoms,
yeah,
to root out, and to pull down, and to destroy, and to throw down, to build, and to plant.
What you gonna do with that? That's a revolution. Which gonna help with evolution. Revolution and evolution go together. In order for him to establish, to put back, it had to be a revolution. First, you're gonna have to tear down. First, you're gonna have to destroy. That's what's got to happen. Do you know what happened before you put that seed in the ground? You're not just going to go and you're going to throw a seed. You had to sow it, so you just went and just throwing seed makes no sense. Because it's got to fall into the ground. It's got to be buried. But see, nigga logic, just walk around just throwing seeds, something going to plant, it ain't going to take no root. You put it here so it can get root. Huh? You got to put it in the ground so it can get root. When it get itself rooted and get itself grounded, then it can stand. Huh? That's the same thing Shamshun did. He went out as he did before other time. He went out saying, shake myself. I got to get rooted. Y'all niggas come on. Can't fight them niggas laying down on top of that. He had to take out and shake myself. Y'all niggas come on. He tell, if it's 99 of y'all, don't even come. He don't know, I ain't going to fight less than 1,000. That's what you do, is shake yourself. You got to get yourself planted. In the book, planted, rooted, and built up. But in order to do that, then you had to get rid of stuff. That's why he had to destroy this fictional Jesus. Another damnable doctrine they gave. Get rid of the premise of a church. Get rid of their priests. Get rid of all this. Get rid of the conversation of a God. They're a German knockoff. Give them all they done. We had to destroy that junk so he can plant and put truth in us. They try to make you think, yes, I'm an atheist against wrong. I hate it. I'm against it. I'm anti-wrong. I'm all the way with what's right. Let these people sit around and try to demonize you. How? They demon they damn self.
That's right.
Sit here and let nobody try to demonize me. Yes, child molesters and rapers and murderers, robbers, kidnappers. Yeah. Got no business calling me no devil. Your mama devil. That's right. Sit around here and done messed us up and we sitting here still in the done mess. You don't go home and look at your bills and still look and wonder how you going to pay them. Hope the cracker going to give you some overtime. Praying and hope he going to give you a break. Make your own break. You who ain't never set up no system where we supposed to depend on these people. But we turn to worship their God. We turn to try to get favor with these people. Now they come back to harm us. Yeah. Come on, son.
Moreover, the Dabari of Yahuwah came unto me, saying, Yirmiyahu, what seest thou?
What did he tell him?
And I said, I see a rod of an almond tree.
Yeah.
Then said Yahuwah unto me, Thou hast well seen, for I will hasten my Dabari to perform it. And the Dabari of Yahuwah came unto me the second time, saying, What seest thou?
Yeah.
And I said, I see a seething pot, and the face thereof is toward the north. Then Yahuwah said unto me, Out of the north an evil shall break forth upon all the inhabitants of the land.
Yeah.
For lo, I will call all the families of the kingdoms of the north, saith Yahuwah, and they shall come, and they shall set every one his throne at the entering of the gates of Jerusalem.
Yeah.
And against all the walls thereof round about, and against all the cities of Yehuda.
Yeah.
And I will utter my judgments against them, touching all their wickedness, who have forsaken me.
All their wickedness, which have done what?
Who have forsaken me.
Who have forsaken me. Come on.
And have burned incense unto other gods.
Yeah.
And worshiped the works of their own hands.
See that? That's us. See that? He done brought these people in right here among us. These people done came in and bogarted us right out of our land. We done sat here and burned incense to their God. Burning candles to these crooked bastards. Worshiping junk that men make with their hands. All this stuff been corrupt and he been angry with us. Told us clearly in the day that he took us by the hand and brought us out. He showed us no image when he spoke to us. Lest we corrupted ourselves, we still gone about to do it anyway. We weren't supposed to make any of this junk, but we've been guilty of it. Because laws were broken. Had our parents did, they supposed to teach it to their children and to their children's children. And they supposed to teach another generation. We supposed to talk about it when we walk. Talk about it when you sat down in the gates. No, we talk about a bunch of done fools and look what done happened to us. They done got us out of memory, out of the knowing of who we are. Come on, so get me over to Allah Shamut 23 and 10. Shouldn't be a person of color, no way ain't angry with these people. They ain't disgusted with them. I got a news story to try to tell you about being patient. Tell me about some Donald Trump and some Twitter. Damn his Twitter. That's right. And damn Tweety Bird. Sylvester should have ate that bastard. They were and their grandmama. Had us all twisted up, got us sitting up here against the cat, done cheering for the done mouse on Tom and Jerry. That's how bad our mind is. Got niggas here cheering for a mouse to get away from a cat. Then nigga hollering crying when they see a rat. Won't you call them done Jerry, let them just come in your house and play. Or doing rat infection, that's a rodent. Listen. Listen.
In 6 years thou shalt sow thy land, and shalt gather in the fruits thereof.
Yeah.
But there shall be a year thou shalt let it rest and lie still. that the poor of thy people may eat, and what they leave the beast of the field shall eat.
Listen.
In like manner thou shalt deal with thy vineyard, and with thy oliveyard. Shashiyamim thou shalt do thy work, and on the Shabi'iyum thou shalt rest.
Listen.
That thine
6
ox,
days you're supposed to do your labor. On the 7th day you're supposed to rest. Interpreting for him. Listen.
that thine ox and thine ass may rest, and the bin of thy handmaid and the stranger may be refreshed.
Listen.
And in all things that I have said unto you, be circumspect,
Listen.
and make no mention of the name of other gods.
See that? Listen.
Neither let it be heard out of thy mouth.
See that? Somebody try to go and call you out of one of them gods, you just slap their teeth out their done mouth. Call me over that junk. I ain't going on there with you fooling with it. Cut them off. You got to be so technical. We got to be technical. Yeah. Listen.
3 times thou shalt keep a feast unto me in the year.
What happened?
Thou shalt keep the feast of Matzut.
Yes.
Thou shalt eat Matzut bread, Shabi
Yes.
as I commanded thee in the time appointed in the moon Abib. For in it thou camest out from Mitzrayim, and none shall appear before me empty.
Listen.
And Ukag Shabua, the first fruits of thy labor, which thou hast sown in the field, and the feast of Sakah, which is in the end of the year, when thou hast gathered in thy labors out of the field.
Listen.
3 times in the year all thy males shall appear before Yahuwah Elohim.
Yes.
Thou shalt not offer the blood of my sacrifice with leavened bread.
Yes.
Neither shall the fat of my sacrifice remain until the morning.
Yes.
The first of the first fruits of thy land thou shalt bring into the house of Yahuwah thy Elohim.
Yes.
Thou shalt not see a kid in his mother's milk.
Yes, sir.
Behold, I send a Malaki before thee,
To do what?
to keep thee in the way,
What you want me to do?
and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared.
Tell me what I'm supposed to do, son.
Beware of him.
And do what?
Obey his voice.
For what reason?
Provoke him not,
Why?
for he will not pardon your transgressions.
For what happened?
For my name is in him.
Listen.
But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice, and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies,
And what else?
and an adversary unto thine
Now
adversaries.
you ask yourself why we don't have somebody come and fight for us and help us against these people. The truth be told, we've been Yahuwah's enemy. Our captivity, our being here, not without fault on our end. From our parents' hand into our own hands. This is why we hadn't had him to come and fight for us. Because the truth be told, we don't want to be free from them. Who's going to come and free up people that come and they still go right back to a people I told you I never intended for you to be with? He never intended for you to be on medication. He said, I'm Yahuwah, I heal all your diseases. Well, who want Yahuwah to heal their diseases when they're going and they get medication? Can't help us. We don't want his help. He told you, I'll come and I'll fight for you, but then you got the authorities and you got the military. Who going to want Yahuwah? How you going to come and fight for you? How you going to be an enemy to your enemy when you go along and you done made everybody else your enemy, and the people that made enemies to you have been for people that have made you slaves to them? I don't even know how to help you. I'm trying to come and help you against your enemy, but you make some people your enemy, they ain't an enemy against you. And the people that's enslaved you are your enemy, and you're praying for them. I'm confused. He confused. He don't know how to help you. I'm coming in and fight for you and your enemy, but the people you tell me your enemy ain't even people that's even oppressing you. They're not even people that even want you dead. But the people that you love and the people you honor and you worship and you serve and revere, the people that's killing you. I'm confused. Hard to help a people like that. Listen.
For mine Malaki shall go before thee,
To do what?
and bring thee in unto the Amorites, and the Hittites, and the Perizzites,
I
and the
see that. He's
Canaanites,
going to bring you into them. What happened?
the Hivites, and the Jebusites, and I will cut them off.
And I'm going to cut them off.
Thou shalt not bow down to their gods,
Listen.
nor serve them, nor do after their works,
Yeah.
but thou shalt utterly overthrow them,
What else?
and quite break down their images.
He said, quick, break down their images. What happened?
And ye shall serve Yahuwah your Elohim,
Yeah.
and he shall bless thy bread,
Yeah.
and thy ma'im, and I will take sickness away from the midst of thee,
You said we're going to get Kaiser Permanente?
and I will take sickness away from the midst
What you
of thee,
said, Blue Cross Blue Shield on Obamacare we're going to do?
and I will take sickness from away from the midst of thee.
It's scary. Think about how you got to look at this. We praying to him and still going to the doctor taking medication. I don't know how to help you. I don't know how to take nothing away from somebody that's taking something to make them sick. Do y'all understand, just in the obedience of the diet, just in the obedience of the restricting, the keeping it, that's health and long life and length of days? But we keep going back, letting these people give us medication, thinking and believing it's going to help us, and it's actually taking away our memory. It's taking away, keeping us from making a rational thought decision. Why do you think people sitting around not doing nothing? When one of our people jump up and take upon themselves, they're going to fight back with weapons against these people. The first thing they tell you is show you the news. Today in the news, breaking news, we had a breaking news today. Today we have a lone gunman, doing a terrorist attack. They have gone out and shot and killed. Hold on, what do you say? Jill, I tell you, it's something. Well, today we're hoping the president-elect and the president will come out and speak against it. And hopefully we get the troops out. And this is a sad day in American history. We have terrorism right here on American soil. What is it when niggas get shot down? Why is this not terrorism? When have you ever seen a news story come on and say, this is no more than terrorism? Blacks being gunned down with no weapons, on tape. This is terrorism. When does anybody call for the military for us? They're supposed to protect foreign and domestic. Wow. Foreign and domestic. Domestic will be home, right here. Right here. Domestic beer means it's made right here. We're domestic. We were made right here. They made us domesticated animals. And we just sit here because of the medication, because of the indoctrination, because of the infection they've given us. If we had our proper mind process and we were obeying the way we need to, it would be nothing for Yahuwah to raise us up. It would be nothing for Yahuwah to raise us up. Nothing for him to raise us up. This should look as terror to them. Because what you don't get and what you don't see, they already know who you are. That's why they feel as soon as they hear a black man talking, the first thing you got to do, you need to try to get a plan in there, and you need to try to take that organization. You say, man, they're just them small few people. They already know what a few you can do. One, you can chase 1,000. Two, you can put 10,000 of them to flight. See, they know who you are. They'll never let no big organization broom up of us and do that. When they do, it's because it's an organization of no power. Nobody's scared of a lion. He ain't got no teeth. He ain't got no claws. What can he do? He can still be held. But when he got his fangs, when he got his 3-inch meat hook claws, then he's a threat. They'll tell you he's the ultimate destroying machine. Apex predator. That's what he knows about you when he sees you. But then you on dope. You've been fornicating, and the woman going to the doctor, they give her shots and medication and give her a pill that weaken down her gene and her womb. And you got stuff in you from their alcohol, their cigarette, and you impute more stuff in it, and you breaking down her system, and your system is chain being broken down because you don't realize you got pores in your penis. So her juice for her saliva from her vagina is going inside your body as well. So both of y'all just sitting there destroying each other. Y'all two weak niggas together can't do nothing. Because we broke and we forsaken his covenant. So we can get in with these people in him. So they can be satisfied, so they can be appeased with us. So you can get a data bar from these dirty crackers. These people don't care nothing about you or your family or your kids. Everything they ever made and invented have been to destroy you. The little stuff you know about them is just what they let you know. You don't have nothing that leaked out. They just let you know about it. It's stuff about you don't know they done to you. They don't tell you they kidnap you and they taking your organ. And most of them people that's been kidnapped and missing that you can't find a milk card are people that's part of their projects. Experiments. They didn't tell you was a volunteer organ donor and you worry about signing your license. Nigga, they don't need you sign your license. You already was an organ donor. How in the world you sign your license, you just agreed to take every ticket, everything I got, and you gonna say, but I ain't signed to be no organ donor. Nigga, is you conscious? Your birth certificate made you an organ donor. Your parents signed and gave you over custody to these people. They're responsible for you, mean they can do what they want to. They're the legal guardian for you. None of your own parents can stop them. That's why they can take your kids out of your home. That's why these people can break your marriage up. You sign paperwork giving your marriage to these dirty bastards. Our people in too much degradation to keep laying down. You can't keep talking no corner with these people. What are we going to do now? Go have a secret meeting somewhere? Go meet someone? I'm tired of water cooler talking. Damn the water cooler. Push it over. What did water cooler talking ever got us? Nothing. Whatever you can't say in their face, don't say it. It ain't worth saying. If I got to go say it, we got to go in a bedroom and hide in some bushes under 10 rocks, it ain't worth my time. Because if I don't feel that way, I shouldn't be talking like that. If I don't believe it, I shouldn't say it. Huh? I believe what I just said. That's why I said it. Y'all hear me? The book said we having the same spirit, the same ruach of faith, according to the written. He said, therefore have I spoken. That's why I spoke. That's what I believe. I believe our people need to nationalize, come together and stand up, and we can't do no more water cooler. We can't do no more bedroom talking. We can't afford it. That's why we ain't never got together. We got to expose the people that are detriment to us, that not for our welfare and our care, and take them down too. These folks been killing us the whole time. White folk come on TV. Anybody they want to get, they say it. We getting ready to go to Russia. We're going to say, how you going way over there? They say what they want to do. White people utter their mischief right there on television until they get ready to do. Niggas got to go talk and hide and say something. And the folk, they go, they ain't even bothering them. What I care about Russia getting Ukraine? That's the Ukraine problem. Ukraine been a part of Russia in the first place. Give them back Afghanistan too. Don't care about no Afghanistan. Damn them. Don't worry about my people. Just like Karis, I see my people dying. Everywhere we going, everywhere we been crucified in these places. And nobody care about us. Ain't no UN coming to fight for us. Get your mind and hope off of it. Right, them dirty bastards. 180 countries of dirty bastards. Because they don't have any guts and any truth, they'll stand up for us. Don't count on nobody. Y'all hear me? All our help is gone. It's going to be on us if we're going to get out of this hellhole. Y'all hear me? We're going to have to look to Yahuwah, pull our bootstrap, pull ourselves up. Anybody for us, you come with us, but don't get in our way. Y'all hear me? Any black Negro spiritual leader get in our way, call him marking my enemy. We ain't just going to mark him, we take them down. Let them take how they want to. You ain't for the cause, then you part of the problem. What we going to do? We got all our witnesses. All I got to do is take them to any graveyard, take them to any prison system, take them in the hospital. I got my witnesses. This ain't nothing I just facts that comes up in my mind. It's reality for us. Need these cracker news to show me what's going on. I'm living it every day. I'll wait on them to get a news story. They're going to waste their time telling me about what's the name Vagina Trump finna do. Right. Care about that cunt? No. Talking about how smart she old lying heifer. Right. Woman sit up here and repeat the same damn message the first lady done gave, and they'll come on and tell me she's brilliant. Calling her she's really very intelligent. That tired tramp. That's right. That's how they insult you. They ain't even embarrassed. She ain't even embarrassed. Less than 8 years, you come with the direct same speech, and the white folks ain't even embarrassed. You know what they look at? Business is you. That's why it ought to make you so angry. How many of your speeches they stolen? They woke King out for being a plagiarist. Made her the first lady. We're in bad shape. That's going to cost the nation $1 million a day for her to stay in that little trampy hotel. $1 million a day at taxpayers' expense. Just because she don't want to go sleep in there where a nigga been. They still don't know they've been insulted. You know how many white folks are killed to go stay in that White House? You know how many great white folks, you know what they looking at? I got to let the nigga out. They look at that's an insult to go. He didn't even want to go stay in there. They enforced it. They told him, you got to go. Everybody had to stay there. You're going to be president. He told him he didn't want to stay there. He's already staying the Trump player. What the purpose of being the president staying the Trump player when every president stayed in the White House? Historical. You know that just show you right there, Boston. I'm not finna lay in that bed that nigga laid. I don't care if you change the mattress. Nigga done left fleas in there and coon spray, watermelon seeds all in the Oval Office. That's how they think about you. Fried chicken grease all on the door, collard greens and junk running all down the refrigerator. Say, man, I can't eat out that stuff. Drink out that glad that nigga coon lips been on. That's what they think about you. Man, that's every white man's dream to go live and stay in that place. When they looked at it, it's been infected with niggas. Theodore Roosevelt, the Rough Rider, told him, one no nigga never coming to the White House. He rolling in his grave. Jesse Owens won 6 gold medals for him. Outshine all these white people. But they wouldn't let him come to the White House. They turned around and put it on Hitler. Hitler didn't want to shake a nigga hand. They didn't want to tell you when Jesse Owens got back, stupid self, couldn't even come to the White House. Roosevelt told him he would never let no nigga come in there. See, white folk don't love you. They don't care nothing about you. You got to start caring about yourself. You got to get out of the mindset and frame that somebody white got to love you for you to start loving your darn self. You don't worry about how you feel about you, how you feel about his music. He gonna tell you about rap responsible for music, for violence. What music is this cracker listening to the reason he's shooting you? Is it rap? Nigga listen to country, punk rock, and color, slam each other against the wall music. Or the nigga throw you on the ground as soon as he get you. Techno music. What did that cracker listen to when he gunning you down? It ain't rap. They ain't got you sitting here blaming rap for violence. What music would he listen to when he went to destroy Afghanistan and Iraq? Huh? What music he listened to when he dropped the bomb on Hiroshima? What music had this cracker been listening? Why nobody talk about his music? Now, is it classical? When he molested a kid, nigga cut his ear off and then write a symphony. What kind of music that make a nigga cut his ear off? How you gonna hear, nigga? These folks in bad shape, they just tell them anything. Nobody look at the violence. What music would he listen to when he brought us over here? What music would he listen to when he was throwing us and our babies over ship and feeding us to sharks? What music would he listen to when he had us on auction blocks? What music would he listen to when he was cutting off our legs and hands? What music? Cracker gonna tell me about no rap. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. Disgusted. Come on, finish this up. I gotta get y'all out of here. I'm so irritated. Listen.
There shall nothing cast their young, nor be barren in thy land.
Look at that. So that's why we got to get back home. We get back to obedience. He said, no, you wouldn't cast your young before time. And none will be barren. Y'all can have all the babies you want. The only reason they systematically set us up now you want to try to regulate when you have baby. Look how bad the system is. You got to give you, it's just fearful to have a baby here. By the time they get through, get them all the shots and medication and put you through the horror, your baby going to be dyslexic, your baby going to have this, your baby going to have that, baby might be telling your baby can't breathe, your baby like, damn what's going on.
That's right.
More than a nervous wreck.
That's right.
Done got 50 doing diagnosis and 1 doing visit. That stuff a horror story.
Yeah.
I remember Brittany Austin when he told me, can they call me? They told us to prepare ourselves. They had to take the baby early. Something might be wrong. The baby, I said, listen, they don't determine that. I said, I don't even worry about nothing. The same thing with her when they told her, I said, I don't listen to these people. I trust Yahuwah. That's exactly, you know what they look to do? They look to put that much mental stress on you, and that stress is going to feed to that baby. They know what they're doing. They're going to mental stress you waiting. Don't be surprised. Hey, y'all talked about possibly abortion? Abortion. Something might be wrong. Mentally, that baby feeds from the mother. Not only food, she the mental from her. And they know what the psyche and the psychosis that come behind this. And then the father, he going to go in there, he going to get his shaky sperm to the wife. She worried, he got his sperm shaking. Whoa. Know this sperm talking about? I feel like a nut. I don't even know what I just said. 999,828 more. I had like 1 million. Because he don't know what's going on. Man, these folks got us messed up out here. Y'all don't blame me at the system. They were treating us better. I wouldn't have no reason to talk like this.
That's right.
Ain't that right? I bet son, Mary had a little lamb. I can't talk like that now. Our people in problem. Our people got problems. I say our people dying.
Yeah.
I'm tired. Y'all ain't tired of this? Ain't that right? Like, what you call it, man? I'm tired, boss. Ain't that right? Man, I'm tired of digging. Every Saturday, somehow people being escorted and guarded, put there, dropped in or doing holes somewhere. If it ain't by a police being shot by some doctor diagnosis, or by our hands, our own people killing us. Got mothers so stressed out they killing their own kids. Got men so stressed they killing their wives and their whole house. They know what kind of stuff they doing to us. People so stressed up to try to make an American dream, sending your letter, trying to make your kid, trying to compete, get them on the platform to get your kids to crash. Your kids got to get on dope just to stay up to do all they doing projects. Got so much doing pressure on to get through in a semester coming up. Nigga got to get ready so he can get a G.I. Joe. She trying to get a baby dad away. Damn! Boy, I don't know what's going on. Then that's a brand new baby hollering down. Man, it's get too much. Isn't that right? It's bad. We don't know what's going on. Everybody's stressed out. It's bad. We don't stand a chance. And who fighting for us? Who telling us the truth? No one of these house niggas sell out and they doing well in their family. They don't care about you and your family. They ever sit here and we working out desperation. Both working, running off fumes trying to make it. You can't afford one flat tire, one bill to get behind. You can't afford an engine to go. You can't afford, you know what kind of stress that put a person under? And they know you're under stress. They're keeping you under the gun. Which means at that point, stress alone will kill you, give you an ulcer. That'll send you to the doctor. Keep staying stressed, your blood pressure gonna come up. That's gonna send you to the doctor. One way or another, I'm gonna get you in this office. Huh? And when you come see me and I get through telling you, well, first thing I wanna do, I wanna run some tests. When they get that blood and run it, they're gonna shoot it to their white folk to find out who need this nigga blood. I got a pair of kidneys, some organs on here a nigga can use. Now I'm finna start peeling you up, getting you this psychosis mindset that something wrong with you and have you start breaking down. And as soon as I got you where I need you, go and get another operator where I can get in there and tell you now, I need to put a darn telescope down your throat to look in your stomach. For what? Get a toilet, I'll show you what's in my stomach. You give me a couple of sides, drop my pen, I'll show you right now what's in my stomach. You don't need no telescope. Nigga need to be looking down my throat, he'll be all right. These jokes ain't doing me a spirit, man. They ain't even fair. Why do we need a telescope to go in your stomach for? Nigga, go look at the moon. Sit here making a fool out. Then you got to go all in your done rectum with a telescope. They got all kinds. Then you find out you're behind sitting up on YouTube. Now folks telling you need to shave around your boot, all on YouTube. What are they doing all this video? Do they give you a copy? Bunch of y'all sitting on YouTube don't even know it. So sitting there telling me, I don't see that anal cavity. So that's yours. I better wake up, man. These folks done telescoped you to death. You got your boot all in black and white in color, HD, 4M. I better get y'all behind up. Come on, finish this up right. Y'all ain't finna have me crazy. Give Mother DeMary. Mother said shit to give Mother DeMary. All they doing, video, all this stuff going on. I got all kinds of stuff. Nigga got to wake up, nigga got a drone in his belly. Oh, like what the hell? They put a drone in your behind. All that right. Who need them to looking out here to give you an invisible belly, one of them a glass belly they can look in now. Ain't they doing business what's in there? He done told you what's in there. What go and eat coming out in the drought. That's it. He needed to know more than that. He'd have told it to him. Like he told him, keep trying to see how many wicked if you be still already talking about folk that hadn't been knocked out, thought they been playing with them, making jokes and all. Well, laughing at you, he, you better stop it now. Y'all all right? Come on, finish this up. Something wrong with y'all. Listen.
The number of thy yamim I will fulfill.
Come on.
I will send my fear before thee, and will destroy all the people to whom thou shalt come, and I will make all thine enemies turn their backs unto thee.
Let me ask y'all a question. Why y'all think these people killing you? You said they not what, Nazat? They're not afraid of you? Is that what you believe? That wouldn't necessarily be true. You're typically going to kill people because of fear. Even with gangs, it all happens. Your craziest people are crazy because of fear. That's what people don't know. That's why they do what they do. It's because of fear. And they've read your book. See, if you pay attention to what he told you, this is twice he done told you what you're going to do when I bring you into the people. These folks are not stupid. Then I'm the people that's sitting here around you and I'm not one of you. Now, exactly what were you supposed to be doing? You were supposed to be killing everybody he brought you into contact with. So if I'm not one of you guys, what are you guys going to do to me? So what he's done is called preemptive. I have to beat you to the draw. So you got to look at things in a different manner. You got to remember something. He's read your book. One of your people have already told him concerning you, concerning the coming of Yahushua. This is why he has to move and make preemptive strike. This is why he need to get you on medication. This is why he gets you. You have more blacks now that are seeing psychiatry than ever before. It was unheard of for somebody black to go to a psychiatrist. Anybody go to a psychiatrist, you're going to be crazy by the time you leave. That's the whole purpose of going. It's all mind play. When I get through showing you them charts, and you can't tell me what you see, because you're looking at me and I'm giving you no facial expression, you know what you already done said. I'm crazy. This man gonna have me committed. Now you finna start nutting up to try to prove to me you're not crazy. And you're just getting worse and worse. And all I keep saying is hug me jacket for you. There's nothing you going, the book said there's no temptation that overtake you such as common to man. What people call sanity is insane. These people are hypocrites. They tell you that insanity is to repeat the same behavior looking for a different result. So everybody go to church, it's insanity. Everybody that votes, insanity. Everybody that goes to the doctor, it's insanity. So you see by their own definition, why do you go to the doctor? You're trying to get better. This is insanity. And you keep going back. So you can't let these people grade you. They make up their own skill and they conveniently use it when they want to. You got me? You are free to think what you want. Ideals and fractions can come in your mind. It's that you don't react to them. Something just came in my mind, cut everybody's head off on this road. This would mean the nigga is crazy. Something just came in my mind and said, cut all their heads off, but I didn't do it. I'm going crazy. I just got through thinking about cutting their head off. What did this cracker think about doing you see him talking to? That you telling all your business to. Your erotic thoughts. We're in bad shape. Bad shape. You keep looking for them to diagnose you and tell you something, they themselves got problems. Listen.
And I will send hornets before thee, which shall drive out the Hivite, the Canaanite, the Hittite from before thee.
Come on.
I will not drive them out from before thee in 1 year, lest the land become desolate, and the beasts of the field multiply against thee.
And what happened?
By little and little I will drive them out from before thee.
Listen, he gonna get rid of them, little by little. Just give it time, little by little. You know why he didn't let you rise up to take all these? You need to know the plan. That's the whole problem. We don't know the plan. He can't. What he gonna do? He take all these people down right now. What you gonna do? When I told you to be the fuel of all the people, the land and the beasts of the field gonna overtake you. Listen.
Until thou be increased and inherit the land.
See that? He's just making us get enough. That's why we scattered and dispersed in all these places. See, we were set to multiply in all these places. Do you know where one of the largest populations of our people at right now? Brazil. How many of y'all didn't know that? Of course you didn't. You weren't supposed to know that. You know how I know that? Because he's been keeping account. He read your book. He know his time coming. In the book of Kazum, that's what the Malachi told you. Woe to the inhabitants of the rich. Huh? The devil coming. Having great, what was it? For he knoweth time short. He been watching what you supposed to look at. The sun, the moon, and the stars. You all bear record to the constellation. These constellations let him know his time real short. That's why they changed it, put one of their top, worst, best crackers they got in office. They know their time is getting real short. You've been populating. While he been messing around, just like Miss Reen kept count. People don't pay, everybody, ever since people got you, how you think we knew we went in with 70? But we came out. Before you knew you was a great multitude, he knew that. And he knew that you was starting to overpopulate, which means he had always been doing a census. This stuff you ain't paid attention to. He's been doing census on you for years. That's why they send you stuff in the mail, getting you to apply for stuff, ask you, how much do you make? Do you make between this and this? How many of y'all remember them little stuff you fill out for free trips? I didn't fill them. Remember they just fill them out. You didn't even know what you were signing. Is your income between this and this? Do you have in your household 3 to 2 people? Just sign which one. See, I don't want you to be so direct. You say, I can check this. I'm just getting them in between. Exactly. That's all I need. This is all I need. This is enough to let me sit here and kind of shake my numbers off of you. Then I give you a call, let you know, congratulations, you win to come in. When you come in, you're going to believe what I need. I just need to get your ID. Hey, y'all been in one? I've been in one of them before. I've been in one. When a TV, I want my TV. I went to them bastard came in, that lady said, reach in here. I said, listen, I spent that thing, reach in there. I got that thing. Look at my TV screen. Woo! You want a free trip, free to go to a timeshare. I said, where my TV at? She said, you got something better than you. I said, where's my TV? She said, you don't want to. I said, I came here because I needed that TV. I didn't come here for that. This is a timeshare. But they got what they needed. Timeshare was to set you up, to put you somewhere so they can start. I want that TV. I kept that white heifer. As soon as we take them over, I want that heifer just to me. I'm going to beat that heifer till she get my TV. I don't like being lied to. That thing kept saying I was going to win this TV. I want that TV. I said, this is all right. They were saying, oh, you don't. After I came out there, they said, the TV, this is how they told me. They said the TV the least what I get. Or I said, I just want the TV. That's something good. I just want the TV. But I take something. So they done played me now. Like, you got better. I said, I'll give you this back. Give me the TV. I'm going to find out. You good? Run into the man. That TV said, I want that, like I want that hamburger. I want that TV. That helper think I forgot. I ain't forgot. That's been about 20 years. That helper owed me a TV. You remember when we went out there? That helper told me, she said, that's the least. I wasn't going. I said, let me call. I said, what am I going to get? And that when the same helper that when I got there, I said, what? She said, the TV is the less you get. I said, I didn't get out. Well, I was rolling. I done roll way to done Mary Elder. Think I'm finna get a TV. I was struggling too. I was like, I need this TV. This the least. All I want, they like, oh, you can get. I said, all I want is the TV. I just want my TV so I can go, Lynn. That's all I want. That helper gonna try to. She told, oh, and I knew this what she did. They had the stuff in there right. Then she told me, oh yeah, you get the. Oh, you gonna get the reach in here. They got the thing. She said, hold on. She done left out the room. I said, there's some shit on him. I said, this lady done left out this room and left me. I could steal these things. Then she come back and gonna spend my. Oh, reach in there, get a go. Hold on, got that thing scared. Oh, you what? I said, here we go. I know that. Helper, I know ain't no TV in here. All of the same junk. They've been playing us ever since we got here. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They have been playing us. We've been signing stuff, signing up the stuff, thinking anytime somebody comes with something free, no, it's a gimmick. Get away from it. Ain't nothing free. Ain't no free apps, none of that junk. I'm telling you, get that junk off your phone. Y'all hear me? Watch them. When you've been signed for these free apps, you have been getting these folk information. They can go in your email and send you junk, and these folk been getting you. Nobody finna give you nothing for free. Y'all use y'all head. I'm finna say, every time you get these apps, they all tied to your Gmail. They're going to hook into your email. These folks can keep contact. These folks can monitor. That's why I give it to you for free. Somebody, let me get. Somebody went in, oh, I got this genius idea. I'm going to create this app for free. I ain't going to charge people nothing. Damn, how I'm going to get paid? This is crazy. This is crazy. Somebody done said create a free app for free. How much you got? This app going to make me so much free. Free. How did people that made this app getting paid? You want to know how they getting paid? From advertising. People are paying them because they're getting you to believe you're getting something free, which is tapping them into your information that they can take and they can sell. You have been commodity since you got here. If they hadn't been selling you, they've been selling your information. Your information is being sold out among all these companies. That's why they keep telling about these companies having all these internet break-ins and people getting people information, and you might be a part of it, and somebody might have got, because they already know. They sell you to so many different people. It's too easy for people to get your stuff. Your name, your address, your date of birth, all your information. That's enough to get them into a lot of stuff. These people have been getting you. This free stuff, everybody keeps signing up for it. Leave it alone. Twitter, Snapchat, all that, give them back their junk. Give them back their Facebook. Nobody wants you to know how, nigga. Some of y'all been forcing yourself on people don't want to see you anyway. Anybody want to see you or drive over your house or call you? Nobody want to see you, nigga. That's just more connect for the FBI. They can just look on there and just find your dumb nigga self. Then you got all the pictures, everybody in your whole family talking about something. To see more, you just got to choose to be my friend. If I choose, you can go in and see more. What you finna do, nigga? Strip dance? Everything about you right here on the front of it. Anything other than that, you gonna let them do a cavity check on you? Come on, finish this up so I can go.
And I will set thy bounds from the Red Sea even unto the sea of the Philistines.
Yeah.
And from the desert unto the river.
Come on.
For I will deliver the inhabitants of the land into your hand.
What you gonna do now?
I will deliver the inhabitants of the land into your hand.
For what?
And thou shalt drive them out from before thee.
Yeah.
Thou shalt make no covenant with them.
And what else?
Nor with their gods.
Yeah.
They shall not dwell in thy land.
You said let them stay where now?
They shall not dwell in thy land.
Why?
Lest they make thee sin against me.
That's good. That's good, Brandon. Most High willing, maybe we'll talk a little bit about that. We'll look to deal on that. What I want y'all to do tonight, everybody that can see and hear my voice, let it just resonate among you, just the condition that you're in. You're in the worst situation you could ever be in today. This is as bad as I ever seen it. This is bad we ever seen it. All other time, it had always been a matter of when we've been murdered, gunned down, false arrest. If it was just, I can't think of the word they'll use, some type of evidence that could vindicate you. If it was some type of tape or witnesses, recordings, or something to where we could believe your story. Because I want to believe you. And today we have technology on every corner. You can be recorded. We got buildings that have cameras that can be offered and submitted. And these bastards are killing you down on tape. They have cameras on police officers, never had before, on their clothes. Cars automatically activate when the done blue lights come on. And we can't get a conviction. What are we saying to these people? These people have orders from the top to kill you. They have received order. None of these white boys, these are not lone gunmen. These are not rogue cops. These are official police doing official business for the government. And that is to exterminate and to kill you and your kids. Why would you not organize? Why would you not set up? Why would you not separate from these people? Why would you not establish and get your own? I'm scared. I'm just scared. I just couldn't imagine. They have official orders. Anybody here get stopped today? It's just a matter of if it's business as usual. It's just a matter if tonight I just don't feel like shooting a nigga because I got enough. Or it could be, man, I need one tonight. I'm behind, it's slow, I ain't got one. My other cracker friend, them, they all got one, and I'm the only one ain't got one. Holiday coming, they're going to be sitting around for Christmas, doing satanic worship, and I ain't got nothing. I'm going to be like the drummer boy. I have no nigga to bring but rumpa-bump-bum, rumpa-bump-bum, rumpa-bump-bum. That cracker need to bring something to the table. Because he got to look at he either one of them or he with us. Now, white folk going to make him choose now. He either with them or he with us. We the only people, we good. We ain't going to force nobody to do nothing. You ain't got to choose. You can run out bump both of us. You either going, we got to do the same thing. You either with us or you with them. When they come out, these kids can't defend themselves. Who going to do it for them? What are we going to do? Our future lies in our own hands. We are to control and master our own destiny. We have the only Yahuwah exist. If we submit, if we come under subjection to his law, his statute, commandment, he'll raise us up to be the people we're supposed to be. And he said, I'll go before you. I'll fight. I'll cripple your enemies. I'll be an enemy to your enemies. I will be an adversary to your adversary. These people are enemies. Anybody that could gun us and kill us down in our babies. Anybody that can lie on us and falsely arrest us and put us away with no these are our enemies. These people are not our friends. These people that tell us don't do nothing, just pray about it, you are our enemies. Until you set victim behind no prison wall for 5 to 10, 20, 30 years, or life in prison, or put to death for nothing. Don't tell me about no praying to no white Jesus. Don't tell me about go no church. Damn church. Our people dying. We're losing our babies. How many of y'all think abortion are wrong? Before I get ready to go. How many of y'all? Then why do you keep going to the doctor? Letting that man give you shots and pills. Same man that birthed your baby can kill a baby. Same man. Same woman. Look at what kind of system we in. That's just being, we don't have anything self. White people have stuff separate. They can have a baby at home. They can have a baby in a pool. They got stuff set up for them. Because white people are pulling their kids out of the system. You still in the system. You have nothing for yourself. The same man that demonized you, arrest you, and murdered you, and water hose you is the same person that picks you up and takes you to the hospital and opens your leg and pull your baby out by the neck. That's what you do to an ass. That's not even proper birth. Snatch it by the neck. I don't have all the answers. If somebody got a better one, I'll follow. I know sitting around waiting on him to come to kill us ain't the answer. I know leaving our kids in his care ain't the answer. I know just keep working for him and hopefully the Lord will change his heart. God will move on it. God has already moved on him. That's why we're in this hellhole. We can't wait on God to do nothing, but God don't like niggas. God hate niggas. They told you what God damns. I can't trust God. Damn! I can't. That's all God does. God never damned us. We can't wait on God. Zach, they're married. He liking God. He liking damn too much. But we can't keep sitting in this situation. We got to make our own way. I want you to think about one or two things. Watching him. If y'all feel like I deceived you, you deception, conning you, bewitching you, don't come back. I'm being honest with you. Don't let nobody else do it. Don't like me till you'll say, well, he different. He honest. I'm not honest. Anybody working to deceive you, manipulate you, is not honest. Don't give me honest. If you found lying and you cheating, please don't give me honest, because that's what he's been doing. He's not honest. He's never been honest. Don't give that to nobody. Nobody honestly rapes nobody. Nobody honestly enslaves and kills nobody. You kill them because that's your intent. You manipulate, you lie to them because that's your intent. Don't tell me you ain't mean to lie when you lie. You meant to lie. You didn't mean to get caught. Now, I ain't going to ask you to give me that, then tell you not to give it to him. That's wrong. Don't you give it to him either. You call everything or spade everything in its proper place. And you refuse to let somebody keep selling you, pissing on you, tell you it's raining. Right. And you got to sell your integrity to get something from it and let him have it. And one thing you got to always be able to hang your head high and be able to lay out in your bed and sleep and know you don't have an honest word. That's good.